Hi friends, I'm Olga Koelsch and welcome to my studio. After a long winter, we could feel a lack of vitamins. We really need vitamins, and that's why we're gonna paint 5 tropical fruits: papaya, banana, carambola, ananas, and dragonfruit. Pretty exotic, pretty complicated. Let's try it out. Let's start with bright, nice banana. Oops, no worries, we will use it. I'm taking warm yellow, Gamboge, and making a banana. One. But it's fun to have a lot of bananas. One. How I do it? I use the belly of the brush and I leave some white spaces just to emphasize. So what now we could do to make it a little bit more realistic or just some contrast? I add Oxid red to the top, maybe a little bit to the bottom, just around. And now you see how our banana is bright and it's probably very tasty. 2 bananas, and why not to paint a couple of bananas? How you call it when bananas are all together? 1. Again, I use belly of the brush, and the trick is just to leave some white spaces around. So that's our front banana, and we paint the second banana. Don't forget to leave white spaces in between. And to make it more interesting, I'm taking now lemon lemon yellow. It's a cold yellow color and I paint one banana which is beneath our big banana arrangement, just like this. And now I put all 3 bananas on one handle, and with our Oxid red, that's definitely my favorite color. With Oxid red I add some contrast, I divide bananas, I add some shades like this, and just like this. If we could imagine that our banana is very ripe, we could add a little bit more of brown color, Oxid red or any brown color you have, to get that ripe feeling. So our banana is ready. Next one, papaya. You notice how nice pronounced all these tropical fruits: papaya, banana. So I'm taking Pyrrole orange. It's very beautiful color. It varies from orange to pink, and I add a little bit of Gamboge yellow, which is warm yellow, and I drag out in some places. I just drag out the color. I leave the middle just white because we will place berries inside, berries or seeds. And I take lemon yellow and I make a skin, this crisp around. Sometimes yellow and Pyrrole intersects with each other, sometimes it doesn't, but that's doesn't matter because it creates a nice, lovely mess around, and now something dangerous is going to happen. It's indigo blue, and now we paint in seeds. Where it is wet, we just make some dots, and you see how colors plays with each other. And also I use this white area to emphasize a little bit this crispy parts. I add some water to my indigo color, and I just paint it a little bit more dark, a little bit more transparent. If it is difficult for you to wash the brush all the time, just use two brushes. This one is with water, this one is with color, and that really helps to speed up the process a little bit. It's important not to mix them up. And now we have our super juicy papaya, and I will add just a little bit of dark shades on the top, just to emphasize a little bit, just to add some crispiness here. Next one, ananas. I'm taking green gold or olive green or whatever you have, and I start from the top. And ananas is really fun to paint. You could think about some hairy cartoon hero. I better ask my kids who is famous now. And again, I take Gamboge yellow. It's any warm yellow, and the trick is to paint these ananas cells. So I always leave some white space in between, and I keep in mind that I paint rhombs or squares, and I just try to follow this. You see, I do not have any sketch. I just keep in mind the shape, and I just fill my imaginary shape with these squares, and I paint it rather wet, and you will see why. So that's our bottom. And now I take another brush, and I use my favorite Oxid thread in the bottom, and to divide all these cells. Again, I remember that sunshine comes from the top, which means shades should be on the bottom of each cell, and then it gives us really nice feeling when we follow this. Yes, now another fun part. I come back to my olive green or green gold. This time I use green gold, but they're very similar, and I add some green touches in the middle of our cells. I like very much how colors mixed here. You see, I do not want to add anything, maybe just some shades, just in some greenery part. Our ananas is ready. Next one is Carambola, or you know it, sometimes people call it star fruit. And to get it, I take lemon green and olive green. 1, 2, leave a little bit of white crisp here, and 3. And I connect all these parts together, and I really want to add a little bit more of nice fresh green color, so I just take my bright green. I will check what actually it is, and I just go along the edges up, and I let the color mix. I don't worry that they mix somehow. I do not plan. It's always fun to watch how watercolor works by itself. So that's our fruit itself, but of course the fun part is to paint the star. Let's take olive green, and remember how we paint the star, just with big brush strokes and with lemon color. We paint this star, and I keep the middle just white, and I take our green and go with the fine line along the edges, and maybe I wash it a little bit, and to make the green more transparent, I just take a little bit of color on the tip of the brush, and I try to mix them, but not everywhere. Sometimes I leave white spaces around, sometimes I don't. I let watercolor do its job, and sometimes it's nice to distribute a little bit. And for the middle, for the very middle, I will take our Pyrrole or orange, just a little bit, and very diluted. Very diluted. I want to add some warm touch just here in the middle, and I still leave some white areas around to make it natural. So that's our Carambola fruit is ready. Next one is a tricky one. It's a dragon fruit. I'm really afraid to start, but let's do it together. I start from the top, and on the top I paint this green part of dragon fruit, and I mix olive green with green color. I will check it out, and you will see it on the top. So that's the top. Now comes the pink part. The pink part consists of cells, and if we think about check order, I think we could manage to paint it rather nicely. Maybe a little bit similar how we paint ananas. And I think it looks very juicy. I try to leave a lot of white area, and to connect all these, I add some pink strokes. It's actually not pink, it's Winsor red. Also quinacridone rose will work here for Dragonfruit. Any nice pink color. And I come back to our green gold mixture, and I want to add these greenery parts here. Now I'm more brave and I just play around and imagine how they could grow curvy around and just make it fun. Sometimes I wash a little bit my brush to make it more transparent. And I think we could maybe play around here a little bit, add one more here. Dragonfruit is ready. Yes, I see a little bit of space here, and we will paint Dragonfruit, which is cut, which is also fun. Same procedure. First the green part, these green leaves with some variations. Oh, that was too bright. I just wash the brush and distribute it a little bit. And I take my Winsor Newton. Oh, sorry, Winsor Red. Winsor Newton is the brand name of watercolors, which I like to use. So we paint it around. And now I wash my brush very, very nicely, and I go along the edges from inside, and sometimes I touch the pink part, sometimes I don't, and you see how I will make it closer, and you see how color goes into the middle, and I just help it a little bit. While it is still wet, I add some greenery around. We should not forget about this. Maybe one more. I will make it really nice and curvy. Last touch. You just take, for example, Van Dyke or black. Black maybe is not that juicy, but Van Dyke is very dark brown, and we chaotically paint seeds inside. Remember that seeds grows a little bit like the circle. Oops, that was too much of the water. No problem, I just remove it with a paper towel. Again, Van Dyke. Some dots, seeds around. And this is it. Dragonfruit is ready. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the process. I hope you got a lot of vitamins, and I hope you have a very nice mood and bright colors. And please write in comments which fruits you would like to paint next. Subscribe my channel, follow me on Instagram olga.koelsch, and see you next time. Bye bye.